Hi, welcome to Elaine Enlightenings's video blog number 17. As we continue through the Course in Miracles, we're at lesson 8. This particular lesson focuses on this concept, and it is, my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. Now, if you've been following along in my video blogs and tapping along with me in these lessons, you would be up to speed then for today's lesson. If you want to track back, because you haven't done that, it would lay a nice foundation for this particular lesson today. I'm always amazed at how perfect everything is, the synchronicities. And today I had my restorative yoga session. So I love my yoga days. And so today, as I did my restorative yoga, which is more of a meditative type of yoga, and I believe it's more in keeping with what yoga was really intended to be in the beginning. I really do enjoy the other yoga, but I'm thankful for my mentor, Erica Awakening, for teaching me and introducing me to restorative yoga. Because when I went to spiritual retreat, she hired somebody to come to our hotel and to do restorative yoga in our room for us. And so that was my first experience. And I found it to be very powerful. So I tend to think of it more of a meditation type of yoga. And I noticed today that my mind was very preoccupied with past thoughts. And so this was a beautiful lesson for today. And I've done a lot of meditation. I do a technology that really helps the mind to get into that state of quiet and calm. And I've been doing that for several years. I've done a lot of different meditation practices, and what I've really learned to do is to not judge those thoughts when they come up, just to notice them. And this lesson helps you to do that. If you're not accustomed to doing that, it will help you in that way. And this particular lesson we're going to do a little bit different than we've done any of the others, and that is we're just going to go right into the lesson the way it is. And I really checked with intuition about how to apply this lesson today. And I just felt like I was to do it as the lesson states. So I actually want to share with you the few things that it says on here. And instead of repeating back and forth, I'm going to tap right here, which is a really powerful point on the collarbone. You are welcome to do it with me. But just, it can help you tune into your body while you're listening and while I'm reading, so that we're more aware of what this is saying and more in tune with the words. And then I'm actually going to take just a minute of silence, and I feel like that is going to be really powerful as we share that minute where we're going to actually allow our minds to just be thinking about the thoughts and not force any thoughts, not force anything to be quiet. We're just going to allow it to be. We're going to notice them. And it'll just be a very short time, and we're not going to actually do any of the traditional type of tapping today. I'm just going to tap while I read. So the idea is, of course, for today, that the mind is preoccupied with past thoughts is the reason why you see only the past. No one really sees anything. He sees only his thoughts projected outward. The mind's preoccupation with the past is the cause of the misconception about time from which your seeing suffers. Your mind cannot grasp the present, which is the only time there is. It therefore cannot understand time and cannot, in fact, understand anything. The one wholly true thought one can hold about the past is that it is not there. It is not here. To think about it at all is therefore to think about illusions. Very few have realized what is actually entailed in picturing the past or in anticipating the future. The mind is actually blank when it does this, because it is not really thinking about anything. The purpose of the exercises for today is to begin to train your mind to recognize when it is not really thinking at all. While thoughtless ideas preoccupy your mind, the truth is blocked. Recognizing that your mind has been merely blank, rather than believing that it is filled with real ideas, is the first step to opening the way to vision. The exercises for today should be done with eyes closed. This is because you actually cannot see anything. And it is easier to recognize that no matter how vividly you may picture a thought, You are not seeing anything. With as little investment as possible, search your mind for the usual minute or so, merely noting the thoughts you find there. Name each one by the central figure or theme it contains and pass on to the next. Introduce the practice period by saying, I seem to be thinking about. Now, if you're really brave and you want to join me in this, close your eyes. Then name each of your thoughts specifically. For example, I seem to be thinking about, and then name a person, or about an object, or about an emotion, but name each one as you sense them. And so on, concluding at the end of the mind-searching period with, but my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. Let's say that again. But my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. This can be done 4 or 5 times during the day, unless you find it irritates you. If you find it trying, 3 or 4 times is sufficient. You might find it helpful, however, to include your irritation or any emotion that the idea for today may induce in the mind searching itself. That's it for today. Bye-bye.